Hi everyone, welcome back for another opening of Weiss Schwarz Rose, and now we have another set in our first wave. This is I Admire Magical Girls and dot dot dot. So similarly, I do have one trial deck. We have the booster box as well. I do have 4 boxes of that just to get the 4 box promo because I was really curious to see how the promo looks like. It does seem like the promo is similar, whether you buy the other set, the Yuzu Soft, or whether Magical Girls, because I do think the promo pack does contain cards that feature like across the few different series. But you know, I really like the design of the trial deck now. Oh wow, that is really tough to open. So like I said in the first video, that this kind of reminds me of a comic book kind of design. You can see the side. This is the back of it. There are 3 different kind of SPs as well. And this is the card list, so I kind of like that they let you know what are the cards that you'll be getting. For Weiss Schwarz trial deck, they kind of didn't have that kind of knowledge. So basically, if you do want to put the cards back together in the trial deck, it's going to be like taking a lot of guesswork. So this is really nice. I like Weiss Schwarz Blau. There is no separate pack. There is no separate pack. At least not that I know of. Yeah, I don't think there's anything hidden inside or what. Sometimes I like second guess myself, even though I was quite sure that when I did the first opening that there is no separate pack. If you do get a hit, it will be within the deck itself. So what I have been told of Weiss Schwarz Rose compared to Weiss Schwarz is the art is supposed to be a bit spicier. It features series that are also usually a bit spicier in nature, where they have more fan service and so on. Okay, so that is a basic SR. So it does seem like you only get, and at least they do have the sensor, so that's interesting. So it does seem like, ooh, you only get one high rarity card in the trial deck. So it's either you get the SR or you get the sign card, the SP. I do expect that the ratio of pulling a SP for a trial deck is going to be similar to Weiss Schwarz. Wow, okay. Definitely the artwork is a lot more spicier compared to our mainline Weiss Schwarz set. So that is the trial deck. Very nice. Definitely the characters and the artwork is a lot spicier than our mainline Weiss Schwarz set. So that's really nice. I mean, if let's say you're not a fan of this kind of spicy kind of artwork, I guess you can always stick to our mainline Weiss Schwarz. But for now, I am going to continue open Weiss Schwarz Rose to see where does all this takes us. Oh, this pack is a bit tough to open. So when we first opened our previous promo pack, there are 2 cards out of a total of 20. Is it 20? 24 types. We did get 1 foil, not sure if that is guaranteed. So basically the promo card doesn't have the background behind the text. And you do get 1 foil card per promo pack, so that's nice. I do want to sleeve that. Let's sleeve our promo card, shall we? And let's leave our trial deck SR because why not? Okay, that's our trial deck. That is our promo cards. Now let's get that out of the way and we can get to our box opening. So for this set, there is an AGR rarity. In case you're not familiar, that means is our hand sign card. So for Rose, they seem to have introduced that as well. There are 3 SSPs, 11 SP, 13 OFR, and 87 SR. So it seems like when I did the first opening, I wasn't prepared for this, but every pack contains a foil card. There is only 10 packs per box though. So, but personally, I kind of prefer that we don't have so many bulk. Cut down on the number of common rarity, and I'd rather have more high rarity stuff. So I'm very much all for the whole foil per pack kind of distribution that we are getting. And it does seem like you do get at least an OFR as well, so that's an extra bonus. Okay, let's see. That is our double rare. So the thing now, in case you are new, double rares now do not come in foil, but every pack does contain at least an SR foil. Okay, that looks like a double rare. Okay, now we have another Climax SR foil. Texture is really nice. Okay, it seems like the artwork for the SR and the non-SR are similar, just that it might be, the only difference is the foil. So a bit unfortunate. I kind of wish they have created unique artwork for the SR cards, but still having a foil SR per pack, I think that's really nice. And definitely, you know, if you were to buy loose packs out from our card shops and everything, at the very least, you know, you are getting a foil. So this is one product I would recommend over the original Weiss Schwarz, that even you buy loose packs, at the very least, you can get an SR card. So that's really nice, because, you know, the hits for Weiss Schwarz previously is like, there are only 3 SR cards per box. Okay, that's our OFR. Very, very beautiful card. Let me get my sleeves. Beautiful. OFR. So this is one thing I would recommend over the original Weiss Schwarz, is that at the very least, the guarantee foil per pack makes it worth it to buy loose packs. And so far, at the very least, you know, even though they didn't use new artwork for the SR, but it does seem like the at the very least, the foiling texture is all different. That's just a common card. Like you can see, the texture foiling, all the SR card does have texture, and all the texture foiling are different. So that's nice. At least they didn't get lazy and just use the same foiling pattern across all cards, which some series do. So that can be a bit disappointing. Double rare. I think my lighting is dying out. It does seems to be a little bit darker, but hopefully we can continue on and finish up this opening. Okay. Okay. Yep. So if you ask me, between this second set, you know, I Admire Magical Girls versus the first set we opened, Yuzu Soft, it does seem like Yuzu Soft does have a more spicy kind of characters and artwork compared to Admire Magical Girls. So it may not be like entirely like fan service all the way for Weiss Schwarz Rose products. I mean, definitely for this second set, apart from a few artwork, I think that it might even pass off, you know, as a set in our mainline Weiss Schwarz series. So it doesn't really have to, you know, stick to the Rose label just for this series. But still, I'm curious to see, you know, what other series will eventually come to Weiss Schwarz Rose, since this is supposedly targeted more towards the male audience. Let me straighten our bulk a bit. Yeah, that was getting a bit messy. Ooh, very nice texture. Is that double rare? No. Ooh, the Climax do feature very nice texture on it. I mean, previously the only time you can get you know, texture on the Climax card is if you pull a triple rare rarity. Now they don't give a special rarity, like there's no triple rare for the Climax cards, but then the Climax SR cards do have texture as well. So That's probably also another different change. Okay, let's see. I still have no idea what is the odds of the sign card though. We were lucky enough to pull a SP in our first set, but I imagine that it might be similar to Weiss Schwarz where it's 3 to 4 SP per case. So now with only 20 packs per case, I'm thinking that you could pull a SP probably like 1 out of 5 box or something. That looks a bit like Madoka. Okay, beautiful texture on this SR card. Look at that. Okay, basic SR. This one does have a heart-shaped pattern on the foil. Okay, get it to focus. With this new setup, my camera does take a lot longer to focus. That's a double rare. Ooh. That is definitely very spicy. But I have to say that not every card features that kind of ooh. I just had to say that in the next card. Have some spicy artwork. So it does seem like a number of cards do contain spicier than usual. Ooh, that's our OFR. Very beautiful. So as I was saying, definitely some cards do feature spicier than usual kind of artwork, but majority of the cards I would say still look pretty much quite tame. So I'm not sure because of that, you need an entirely new line or something. In terms of gameplay, I haven't tried it, so I can't say for certain how much different is it for Weiss Schwarz. Because for Weiss Schwarz Blau, they did simplify a lot of the cards, effects and everything. But so far, I mean, from what I am seeing as I'm doing this opening, it does appear that the cards are still pretty much quite similar to what we can get in Weiss Schwarz, so I don't think that there is any different. But if you have played Weiss Schwarz Rose, maybe you let me know. Because as I'm doing this opening, I just quickly browsing through the cards, so I didn't look at the cards in detail. But at first glance, it does seem like the card effects is pretty much quite similar to what we can expect from Weiss Schwarz, so not like they dumb down the rules or anything. Okay, box number 3. That looks like our double rare. Well, the double rares are not in foil now. I think I kind of recognize the characters that are on the double rare, so that kind of helped to speed things along. That's not, if I can get it to focus, but I can tell you that the pastel color does make the rarity a lot harder to see. And it doesn't help, especially like now I am sleep deprived, being a father of 2. Okay, that's a double rare. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely some artworks are really a lot more provocative, but majority I would say is still quite passable. I am not familiar with this series though. I think the first set that we opened are like a collection of games. For this, I like Magical Girls, and I think it is an anime series. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm really not familiar with this first 2 sets that we get in Rose. So if you do know more about this series compared to me, do let me know in the comments down below. For now, I am just enjoying the number of foils that we are getting with this new product. Is that a double rare? Okay, can't get it to focus. Nope. Standard SR. Double rare. Beautiful SR card. Maybe I do like the artwork of this series a lot. If it's an anime series, I do think I want to catch it. I am honestly quite curious to see what is this series about. Ooh, the OFR looks nice. Okay, definitely that's very suggestive. And we are down to our last pack. So at the very least, if you buy an entire box, you can expect an OFR. Even if you pull an SP, it doesn't replace the OFR, because that was what happened when I did the first box. Ooh, that kind of spicy artwork is just a common rarity. It's not double rare or anything. This artwork does look pretty good as well. And now we are down to our final box. So unfortunately, it does seem like the SP ratio might be 3 per case rather than 4. I mean, usually we don't open that many boxes for a single series, but Weiss Schwarz Rose being new, I'll just kind of dip in a bit more, hoping that we can pull, the SP to see how it compares to Weiss Schwarz. But for this second set, it does seem like 4 boxes are not enough. So if let's say it is 3 SP in a case, that means we need to open like more closer to 7 boxes. Okay, that looks like the same OFR card that we have put earlier. But it's still a beautiful OFR card, I have to admit. So if it's 3 SP per case, that means we need 7 boxes to have a good odds of at least getting an SP. But if it's 4, that means we still need to pull pretty much like 5 boxes. Open 5 boxes before we can hit an SP. So if you ask me, 4 boxes, we are kind of not even at the threshold yet. And in Weiss Schwarz, we have opened like sets, Azalin, where we have opened like 10 boxes, 12 boxes, not even pulling a single SP. So, doesn't mean that you go more boxes, you can get lucky. So the only guaranteed way if you want an SP is to buy an entire case. And I'm not sure how long this promotion is going to last, but I'm told that if you buy an entire case, you do have a special +1 pack, as what they call it, apart from the 4-box purchase special. You have a +1 pack that guarantees an SP card inside, but only if you purchase an entire case. So I'm not sure how long this promotion is going to last. At least for these first 2 sets, I know that if you get the whole case, you can get a special SP pack, so that's nice. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of deep pockets to get an entire case. Maybe if, let's say, a set comes up in Weiss Schwarz Rose, a set comes out in Weiss Schwarz Rose that I really, really like, I might get a case. But so far, at the very least, none of the set is something that I'm particularly very familiar with. So I'm just going to stick with, okay, we did pull an SP. And you can see that the SP is embossed. So that is definitely an improvement over our basic Weiss Schwarz. But we also do know that in recent Weiss Schwarz set, they have also used this raised foil technique. So very, very nice. Okay, so at the very least, we did pull an SP. I mean, we didn't get SSP or anything. I can assume that SSP is still similar. It's like 1 per case. And then the AGR, of course, going to be a lot rarer. But there we go. Beautiful looking SP. Okay, let me put her here and let's keep going. Okay, that is not a double rare. SR, some trippy texture foil that we have. And my camera light is getting dimmer and dimmer as we go. Maybe that's why my camera is having a hard time maintaining the focus. Double rare. Oh, I mean, this looks like a very pretty standard SR card. Okay, final pack. Basic SR. There we go. So that is our bulk from 4 boxes. Let me put that aside. Make some space. So as you can see, because we do get a foil card in heavy pack from 4 boxes, the number of foils that we get is really, really insane. If you're wondering how the card back looks like, it is the standard Weiss Schwarz back, but with the rosé slap-on it. And the number of foils that you get per box is really, really crazy. Look at all the cardboard bling that we got over here. That is really, really amazing. And apart from that, For double rest is pretty standard. You get 4 per box, you know. So those are double rest. The only difference is now double rest are not in foil, so I am a bit disappointed with that. But with them giving a SR card in every pack, I guess we can't really complain. And every box itself also does contain an OFR. So these are the OFR that we pull. In case you do not know what an OFR is, it stands for overframe rare, which means that there is no background behind the text, which means you get a very nicer look at the artwork. And today, well, I was a bit worried, but we were lucky enough to still pull an SP. I'm not sure what's the ratio. So far for the first set, we pull an SP. For the second set, we pull an SP again. So if you do know the actual ratio, do let me know in the comment below. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, do consider a subscription because we open all the new stuff for Weiss Schwarz, Rebirth for You, Union Arena, and Build Divide. Best way to see them first is of course through a subscription, so click subscribe, and we will see you back next time for more opening. Bye now!